two boys are at it again.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
Hi guys, and welcome to part 1 of the 1/16 scale General Lee diorama. Early days, not much to show. I have started to prime, so we got the chassis. Also, before I start, I'm only doing this because basically, remember this guy over here? Yeah, the big X-Wing. It's like 90% done now. Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for glass on that guy. So while I'm waiting, literally I've had no chance to do any work. It's been like 2 weeks and I've not been able to do out. And then the General Lee was staring at me and begging to be built. So I figured I'd get a start on the General Lee, because I don't want to start the Voyager yet, because that's not until January, because that's going to be a fairly long project. Plus Amazing Scale Modelers are doing wood models next year as well, which I've got something planned for that, which I'm going to be building with my son James. So we've got that to do as well, so there's quite a lot of kits to do and scratch building to do next year. So I thought we'd try and get this guy done. So I'm going to reposition the camera, guys, and then we'll take it from there. Okay guys, so yeah, this is the RC car that I have, which has been very helpful, because if we look at the bodies together, they're pretty much the same scale. So this had a lot of extras that I needed for that one. So what I've done is I've taken the handles off this one, door handles and the wing mirror. Unfortunately these were snapped, so I won't be able to use them, and the fuel filler cap's gone missing. So anyway, we'll have to still scratch build that one. So getting back to this guy, I've de-chromed the handlebars, the door handles, so we've got them there ready, and there's a little wing mirror as well, which will fit on nicely. So they're done. We can put them to one side and forget about them for now, because it'll be a while before they're attached. Yeah, what I've been messing about with at the moment is I've been trying to sort out how I'm going to fix the issues with this kit, because it has quite a few, especially with the wheel arch here, because all this needs to be fixed before we can even start thinking about painting this guy. So I've done myself some templates, which if you pop it inside there, line it up, that should give us our nice wheel arch that we're afterward. So I'm going to transfer that over to some styrene, which I've got here, which needs cutting out, and that should line up pretty much where I want it. So that's good. But yeah, I'm going to take off this nasty detail here with the handles and replace them. The wing mirror, what else? Looking at the instructions as well, which I figured we'd be building up the engine first, but on this one it's not. It's building up the chassis and everything to do with that, which is okay, but I am still de-chroming half of the stuff, so that's going to be an issue. These are the kit supplied tyres as well, which, if you know, they're not very squishy and they're oversized, I think, in my opinion. These are the RC wheels off the car. So you see, they are quite a bit thinner and a little smaller. They'll be probably better, and they're nice and squishy. So we're going to be using them instead. I've already test fitted the rims and they fit it fine, so that's perfect. We've got tyres anyway. Yeah, like what I said earlier about this kit, it'd be no good as a show car because it's nothing like the General Lee in any sort of respect. You take a look at this and it's completely stripped out. There's no carpet or anything like that. So what I was thinking of doing, because I'm just in the process of fixing these seats, is when I put my seats in, I might just have the one seat for the driver, spray this silver and just rust the hell out of it, so it's just a clunker that they've found and they've converted into a stunt car. Because it's got some nice detail on the inside as well, a bit of highlight, all that. And what else I liked about the kit as well is on the instructions you get all these bars that go into the engine bay. Now on some of the stunt cars, especially if it was landing nose heavy, they would reinforce the engine bay with some tubing, so that sort of fits. So I'll be keeping that and adding all that. The other thing that I like about the kit as well is the petrol tank is separate. Now with it being a stunt car, they removed the petrol tank anyway and moved it in the trunk. However, I'll probably still have to put the petrol tank in to put the pole on to support it as it's jumping through the air. But yeah, you know, as a show car it's no good, but as a stunt car I think it'll work out pretty well. It's just this suspension, when I'm looking at the instructions here, that's going to be a slight issue, I think, because we're going to have to seriously lower the suspension to have the correct sort of drop on the suspension as it's in the air. The other thing is this, which I might just sand this completely smooth and just paint that silver and just do the buff on the dashboard so it looks the same. I was thinking about doing these in styrene and painting them silver, but I'm going to use the door panels in the end because they always kept the door panels on. It has no rear seat, so I'm not going to bother with that. I'll probably put in the full cage, thinking about it now, and obviously a driver. What's up, Ellie? Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. So at the moment I'm just doing templates and trying to figure out how I'm going to organise things and put things together. But yeah, I think it'll come together eventually. I've already marked out my decals for the flag on top, so that's fine, I don't need to bother with that. I'll have to use the kit supplied General Lee decals because I've got no way of recreating them with white backed decal paper because I'd have to paint in between the letters and it just wouldn't look nice. The push bar itself, I'll probably go ahead and chop that and redo another one and make it a bit bigger. But yeah, that's it for now, guys. I'm going to go off and see if my chrome has stripped yet, because I need the wheels and other stuff that goes into the engine compartment, and then hopefully I can start getting something put together. So we'll catch you in a bit, guys. So guys, what we've done now is we've roughly marked in where the wheel arches need to be on both sides. So it's still very rough. I still need to go in with a Dremel and shape that up a little better, and of course apply tons of filler to it. If we take a look over here, we've got our chassis nicely painted up now. I've left this grey because I'm going to paint this silver and it'll be all weathered up with the Alclad rust effects. I've also started adding all those silly little bits that are just on the sides there, and that makes up some of the chassis. The wheels have been repainted. Just need to put the black paint in them. We've got our support bar, whatever it is, that goes in the engine bay, and we also painted up, primed our chair up yesterday, so that still needs a bit of work doing to it. Got our firewall and just random little bits here and there for that. We're still waiting for the chrome in that tub over there, and if you notice, Secret Santa, I'll be posting that off tomorrow, so that'll be on its way to its destination. But anyway, chrome's in there, so we just need to sort that now, guys, so we'll be right back as soon as I've got something else to show you. Alright guys, welcome back. So we've got the bottom all gloss blacked, and the interior's been painted silver. Now what I've done here is I've used this stuff here, which is artist acrylic matte finish basically. It doesn't like Tamiya colours, so what you get is like an off colour to the silver. It looks a bit yellowish, and it's also reacted with the paint there as well, so it's got all this nice cracking going on. So when I do apply all the rust colours inside the vehicle, excuse me, it's all going to highlight all those cracked areas, and it should add another depth of detail to it. If we move over here, I've done the same with the firewall as well, because I don't know how much of this is actually going to show in the actual car. I imagine quite a bit of it might show up, so I've done the same to match it in with that and bring it to light. It's probably getting overexposed at the moment, but yeah. So we've got that side all painted black, and then we've got this silver. So that'll be getting mounted in like so. I showed you the wheels I think earlier, didn't I? I still need to detail up the wheels. Focus. But yeah, they've had their silver put onto them. Same with the framework, I've done that, so that's going to get rusted up as well. So if we move over here to the car, yeah, still need to shape the fenders, but what I'm going to do in this is spray the interior black and the headliner black. So originally the Charger would have been a black Charger, and they've just got it and sprayed it yellow, because you've got like really nice detail here. So when it comes to the roll cage, because you have this piece over here, which I'll grab, this piece here actually goes on the back like that, and then the roll bar goes into this hole here and mounts that way. I'm gonna scrap that piece because it's going to be quite interesting to look through the window and see everything, because we can mount, I'm going to build a little fuel tank just to go in there, run a cable and that to the engine and what have you. Because it seems a shame to cover all this, so I can detail this out, so when you look through the window you'll be able to see right into the boot of the vehicle. That's why I'm spraying the interior black, because the panels will be on show as well once it's on. You better see right through into it, you see. So that's the idea behind that. I might go ahead and mount the fuel tank on the bottom, because it's just a good area for me to mount the pole on. What else? If we have a look over here, we've got the exhausts all in paint now, waiting for that to set up. The front dashboard, it's just basically going to be a silver piece that's going across there. I'm going to paint that buff, Tamiya buff, and also the door panels. They're the only thing that's going to have the colours of the General Lee and the chair. Still need to get the Stunt man to sit in it, but we've been working on the engine today, so we've nearly finished this guy off now, and then I'm going to put some of that nasty matte coat on it, so it'll all mottle it all up and it'll look disgusting. And then I can just matte finish it with some acrylic varnish, which I do have on my shelf somewhere. There was something else and I can't remember what it is at the moment. I'm not altering the cage. I'm going to keep the cage as it is, but it'll be probably like a, maybe do it like a trainer yellow colour and brown colour for the padding. I'll only put one seat in the car. So yeah, there's loads of like little extra details to this part. Like you've got like a clutch here, but I mean once you actually put it all together, it's inside there, so you won't see it. So I ain't bothered. So I've got plenty of spares to go in my box. But at the moment, yeah, I've just been focusing on building up this engine here, and I'm going to be using some wire because the original cabling that I had, I don't have anymore. So I've got some thin, I don't know what gauge this is, guys, sorry, but that's going to be mounted in there and into the distributor. But I think I'm going to have to drill it out because it is slightly bigger than the holes. So yeah, I think that just about does it for this update, guys, because now it's just a case of waiting for paint to dry. But we'll be right back in a minute, guys. Sorry guys, got a bit more done, so I thought I might as well just stick this in. So we've got our little instrument cluster there, which if you can just make out, there we go. So we've detailed that out. We've got our metal painted there, and we've also got our door panels done in the to me above, if the camera will focus. Yeah, so all that needs detailing out as well. Got a bit more done as well on the chassis. So we've got the roll bar put into position, battery box. I've made a little bottom for it because it was a hollow box and it's no good if you can see it from underneath. Yeah, so all that's been done. What else? We've been painting up the little suspension bits as well, but I'm calling it on this one, guys, so we'll be back in update 2. So I'll catch you then, guys. See you later. So yeah, I think that'll do it for update 1, guys. Yeah, we've basically got the motor nearly finished. It's not a 440. I imagine this is more of a, maybe a 426 Hemi, which, you know, doesn't matter. It's a stunt car. Would have been nice to have a 440, but never mind. I just can't get over actually the size of it. It's a really big lump, but it's turning out okay. That I'm enjoying building that up. We'll get it all wired up, I think, and I'll do my best to try and do it as accurate as possible. Although it doesn't really matter really, because it's going to be a whole display anyway, so even if it doesn't turn out that great, I can live with it. But what I wanted to ask you as the fans is, I'm unsure about what diorama to do still. I thought about doing the record jump, creek jump, but I thought the base might be a bit boring because it's just going to be basically sand and a bit of water. so I thought you could actually let me know in the comments or on Facebook, Google+, whichever, and give me some suggestions. If you could try to avoid other vehicles being in the diorama, that would be better, because finding a 1/16 scale vehicle is quite difficult. You can get quite a few Chargers, but maybe a Mustang, maybe, but there's not really that much to go on. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, let me know, because I've got so many stunts in my head from the series, it's just impossible to pick one. So I thought I'd ask you at home, who are viewing this, what would you like to see? And then yeah, we'll see what the majority vote is, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, so the only thing to do now is to order me the driver, which will be probably just an action figure, but we'll be able to, you know, we'll do some filler work on it and stuff like that and make it one piece. I also have some seat belts, but they're not in this correct scale, but it might still look okay, because even the X-Wing, them seat belts are in scale with that, but they look okay. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this one, guys. So join me in update 2, which will be probably just in a couple of days, maybe. I don't know, it might be next week, don't know. Hopefully the glass will come for the X-Wing, and then we can get that finished, because this will have to be put on hold then. and we'll have to get the X-Wing finished up. And also I need to post off my present, because I'm a Secret Santa for somebody special. So I need to post that tomorrow. So I'll catch you later, guys. Yeah, see you later.